All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the second part of some of the underlying information that you need as we work toward finding the roots of quadratic equations by factoring. We need to remind ourselves what the multiplicative property of zero is. So we're going to review that idea. So if you remember that the multiplicative property of zero says that if one of the factors in a line of numbers that are multiplied together, if one of those factors is zero, then the answer must be zero. The inverse of that idea is that if the product is zero, then at least one of the factors has to be zero. So we're going to use that idea to help us whenever we solve quadratic equations. Let's go ahead and practice a little bit with the idea of dropping zero in for the value of x. Remember here that in this case, rather we're solving for x. We're not always using x as equal to zero, so I misspoke there. So we're just solving for x on all of these. This is just a quick practice to make sure that we're handling the algebra appropriately where zero is involved. So in each one of these, I want you to take a moment to solve them. Just quick, write them down on a piece of paper and solve each of these. Keep in mind that dividing zero by a number is equal to zero, or multiplying a number by zero is zero. So take a second to do these. Stop this and do those 6 problems before you check the answers. All right, so here are the problems again. Make sure you're all finished with them before clicking on the next one, because the next slide has the answers. It won't do you any good to look at the answers unless you've tried it first. All right, so here are all of the answers for each of these. If you got any one of them wrong, then you can watch the next part of the video to see what happened. It's really important that you review these and ensure that you know how to handle them, because we need to make sure that you are able to handle this algebra well. I'm not going to narrate the rest of this. I'm going to go ahead and click through these solutions and just leave them on the screen for a couple of seconds. Then if you need to review those solutions, then you can stop the video to review each of these that you did not handle correctly. There are some instructions at the end of this, so you do need to stay with me as I go through these 6. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. All right, so now you need to go ahead and take a Canvas quiz. It's very short, that covers the material that you saw in the first video today and the video that you're just ending now. It's a quick Canvas quiz, but it shows a little bit about what you understand about these topics. Then you will go on, after taking that Canvas quiz, to do the video on solving quadratics by factoring to find their roots. And you will take a second Canvas quiz as well.